My immediate reaction when the first time I used it is how quickly you can get the ball out of the stick, right? I think in college, I think back to the type of pockets I played with, and I played with just a tiny little pocket because I could get the ball out of that quickly. And for me, it was more about a quick release than it was about shooting it as hard as I possibly could. That's how I was going to have some success. So immediately on its first use, that's what I felt. I felt the quick release of the ball coming out of there.
When I strung up my Ultra Power, I was tested a few different ways, different pocket styles, trying to move the pocket up a little bit higher. And I realized, you really don't need it. Keeping it a little bit tighter allows the stick to perform the way it should, and creating that more snappy, quick type reflex. A lot of kids today will use more whip. They want to add whip. They think that adds velocity to their sticks, but all that really does, in my opinion, create a bigger windup, which takes more time.
We keep coming back to this concept of time. Like, the longer it takes you to do something, the less of a chance you're going to be successful with it in this sport, whether that's passing or shooting. And so the Ultra Power allows you to get rid of that whip, but still achieve the same pop on your passes or your shots that you're looking for.
I think tightening the windup, keeping it more concise, more snappy, is the key today in seeing successful and consistency in lacrosse.
Whatever you're doing with the ball on your stick, you want it to be consistent and you want it to be accurate. So whether that's taking a shot on the goalie or that's throwing a skip pass through 3 sticks to an open player, you want it consistent. And now the quick release is there too. It's added to the speed of that ball getting in my stick and out. And then you add 5 miles an hour to that. That's a difficult situation for a goalie to be in. So I think both of the things combined is what really makes this thing incredible. I think on their own, they're both really cool and they certainly give you an advantage, but together, it's incredible for a shooter.
As far as becoming more of a feeder with the Ultra Power, I think it becomes even more helpful. Ball gets out quicker, a lot quicker than you're used to. It snaps out. So you can get the ball to your stick quicker coming out of a dodge. You can react quicker. That's going to allow you to make plays ahead of time. While you're anticipating, slides, double teams. So I think, again, as a feeder too, it just adds value. Ball sits a little bit better, a little bit higher, maybe more in the middle of the pocket. And you know exactly where it's snapping because it's consistent.
I think lacrosse players understand it's a complicated thing, I think, to explain. It feels consistent, if that makes sense. I think you know where the ball is in your stick and you know how it's going to release. And I think when it comes to passing or shooting, both equally as important, that's the feeling you want. You want consistency and you know where that ball is going. And I think having the opportunity to play with the Ultra Power for the past few months, that's exactly what it does.